I am 88 years old, and I need to tell you something that nobody warned me about when I turned 70. Nobody prepares you for what family actually looks like in this season of life. Not really, they show you the picture. Sunday dinners, grandchildren piled on your lap, everybody gathered around a table full of food and laughter and love. That greeting card version of old age. What they don't show you is the quiet Sunday, the phone that never rings, the holiday that comes and goes like an ordinary Tuesday. I learned the brutal truth about family after 70s. It took years of heartbreak to get there. And today, I'm going to share it with you. I have been walking this earth for 88 years. I raised 3 children. I buried a husband, rest his soul, after 47 years of marriage. I have moved, started over, grieved, and rebuilt more times than I care to count. My life has been full, hard in places, but full. I am not here to complain, and I am not here to make you feel sorry for me. But at 88, I have earned the right to speak plainly. What I am about to say, it needs saying, and most people are too polite or too afraid to say it. The year I turned 74, I had a birthday that changed me. I didn't plan a big party, just hoped for something small, maybe a visit, a phone call that lasted longer than 2 minutes, a sense that the people I had given my life to still remembered me. My daughter called in the morning. She was already rushed. She had somewhere to be. She said she'd call me back later. She called back 3 days later. My son sent a text, sweet yes, but still a text. That evening, I sat at my kitchen table with a slice of cake I'd bought myself from the grocery store. Just me, the quiets, and a little candle I didn't bother to light. I didn't cry right away. I just sat there thinking, is this what it comes to? I cried later, I won't pretend I didn't, but that birthday, that small, lonely, store-bought birthday, was the night I stopped pretending and started seeing things for what they truly were. Truth number 1, people change, even the people you love most. My children are not who they were at 25, and honestly, neither am I. But here is the part that took me years to make peace with the people I raised, grew up, and grew away. Not away from loving me, but away from the life I imagined we'd share. My daughter became driven, busy, always in motion. My son built a quiet life of his own, far from mine. Neither one turned out to be the version I had quietly pictured. For a long time, I held that against them. Without saying so, but I held it. I was wrong to do that. People grow into who they are going to be. You don't get to hand them a script. Not even when you're the one who raised them. Letting go of who I wanted them to be was one of the hardest things I ever did. But it was the only honest thing left. Truth number 2. Your children will get busy, and it is not about you. I know how it stings. Weeks pass without a call. You see them posting on the internet, vacations, dinners out, big laughing photographs, and you sit there thinking, they had time for all of that, but not 5 minutes to check on their mother. That gets your blood up. I know it does. But here is what I had to tell myself, again and again, until I finally believed it. Their busy life is not a message about your worth. They are raising children, carrying mortgages, juggling jobs and marriages, and fears you don't even know about. They are not staying away out of meanness. They are drowning in their own lives. It does not make the loneliness any lighter, but it stops it from being personal. And the moment you stop taking it personally, it stops having quite so much power over you. If something I've said today is sitting with you, if you've been carrying this quietly and needed someone to name it, please hit that subscribe button and leave me a comment below. You are not alone, not by a long shot. Stay with me. We're almost through. Truth number 3. Expectations are where the hurt lives. This one took me the very longest to learn. I had a picture in my head of what family was supposed to look like. Holidays together, Sunday phone calls, Children who checked in not because they had to, but because they wanted to. And every single time real life didn't match that picture, I was devastated. Not because my children were terrible, but because I kept holding them up to a standard they never agreed to. My dear friend Hazel, she is 84 now, sharp as a tack. She said something to me years ago that I still carry. The day I let go of what I expected, I started seeing what was actually there. That is wisdom, friends. Real wisdom. The picture you've been holding, it is heavier than you think. And you are allowed to set it down. Truth number 4. Independence is not a luxury. It is your protection. The most dangerous thing I ever did was build my happiness around other people. Even the people I loved most. Because people change. People get busy. People disappoint you, not from cruelty, but from being human. When I finally started building a life that was mine, my own rhythm, my own friendships, my own small daily joys, everything shifted. I joined a gentle exercise group at the senior center. Started reading again real books, 2 a month. Got close with my neighbor Dottie, who is 81 and makes me laugh harder than anyone has in years. My happiness stopped waiting by the door for someone to bring it to me. That is what independence really means. Not just being able to drive yourself to appointments. Emotional independence. The kind that keeps you standing when the people you counted on are not there. That is your greatest protection after 70. Guard it fiercely. Now, here is the truth I saved for last. The one that hurt me the most before it finally set me free. At some point in this life, you may have to grieve the family you imagined. Not the family you have. The family you pictured. The dream version. The version from the greeting card. That grief is real. Completely real. You are allowed every bit of it. But you cannot live inside it. I spent too many years mourning something that was never going to happen. And every year I gave to that grief was a year I was not truly living. You still have life left in you. Good, warm, real life. Don't let a dream that never came true steal the years that are actually here. Last year, I bought myself a birthday cake again. But this time I called Dottie. We sat right there at my kitchen table, ate too much frosting, talked too loud, laughed until my ribs ached. And I thought, there it is, right there. Not the picture I used to carry, but something real, something I chose, something that was entirely unapologetically mine. The brutal truth about family after 70 is this: love them for who they are, not who you needed them to be. And then, quietly, bravely, without apology, build the rest of your life for yourself. That is not giving up on family. That is finally, at long last, giving something good to you. If today's video reached you somewhere real, please subscribe, leave a comment, and share this with someone who needs to hear it today. Take care of yourself. I truly mean that. I'll see you in the next one.